One, two, one, two. What's up, everybody? Just gonna wait for some people to log on, then we'll get started. My name's Amp Live from Unified Highway, producer, DJ, artist. We'll wait for some people to get on. There might be a little bit of echo, so please deal with me on this. What's going on, Juan? Thanks for joining us. All right, so this has been a nice little adventure. I'm not trying to sound like I'm in a club or on stage at a festival. This is actually real digital delay that you guys are hearing right now. We've been working on this for like an hour. Nothing has been solved, so this is just gonna sound really big, all right? But what I want to do is basically break down some of the music sessions from some of the songs from the new Headlines album from Unified Highway, and then also some more treats after that. You know, a lot of these sessions are kind of big, so there might be some lag in loading. But overall, I think you guys are going to be pretty interested in like the process, and I'll try to make it as smooth as possible, even though there are some technical difficulties. So, all right. Once again, my name's Amp Live. This Unified Highway Headlines. I got a lot of feedback on what songs to do. A lot of people wanted the truth, so of course I'm going to do the truth. But I'm going to start with some other stuff first. Let me start with the session, because this was actually the very first song that we recorded for the new album, Headlines. We didn't know it was going to be for the new album because we actually made this song right after the last show from the last album. So this song is a couple years old, but we fixed it up some and made it current, and we decided that it fit the vibe and it should go on this album. All right. So what we have here is Ableton session. This is what I use, Ableton, and I did use Pro Tools at first. Moved to Logic, and then I saw that if I took everything off my MPC and just learned how to do good vocals in Ableton, I could just have a one-stop shop. So I decided to stick with Ableton. I know there are a lot of FL Studio users out there and Pro Tools users. Good for you. Shout out to all the Logic lovers. I'm Ableton. All right? So everything I'm going to be talking about is going to be coming from Ableton. What we have here is basically the last session that we did for the song, The Session. I would show you the demo, but it's pretty boring because it sounds like the original, basically. So I can't really show how the song improved, but I could just show you a couple of things here.
And then you don't make sense, talking too fast and your vibe's too tense. He lighted up in
All right, I'm back with the delay. So you guys just heard 5 minutes of nothingness, which is awesome. But anyways, all right, check this out. I'm back. So can you guys hear me now? It's good? All right. Hey, check this out. It's my first one. Working out the issues, and we're going to make this as smooth as possible. But anyways, all right. So this next track I'm going to play is actually quietly my favorite track. I think I like it because of the story. This is a track that I gave to Eric probably a year and a half before he laid down vocals. And I made the track specifically for Unified Highway. Yeah, I know it's a huge echo, man. It's like just imagine I'm on stage at a festival, and that's what it is, you know. We tried to work it out, and you know, this is just the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, we're in dub. Yeah, I like that. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna play headlines, man. Headline is actually it's a beat again that I made for Unified Highway, but when I first sent it to Eric, I didn't get a response. And you know, all you producers out there, you know what that could actually do to your morale and your inside spirit when you work all day on a track and you give it to artists and they don't respond. So I was like, man, I don't know what's going on, man, but you know, I hope you really listen to this track. Send him that text, didn't get a response. So I was like, okay, you don't like it. So anyways, we ended up working on the new album, and about halfway in, I was like, man, everything is sounding tight, but I made this track, dude, that would just kill it if we put it on this project. And I made it just for us. I'm surprised you didn't like it. He was like, what are you talking about? I was like, dude, I sent you a track like a year ago. You didn't respond. He's like, I don't remember that. I sent him the track again, and immediately he was like, dude, this is so hot. I have never heard this song before. So I don't know what happened. Again, the universe was just like, you're not supposed to make it right now. So immediately he wrote to it. I got this verse and the song back within like an hour. And I was like, okay, cool. Made me feel better. All that patience was worthwhile. And yeah, it worked out. Anyways, all right, this is headline.
New threat, new motion, new fears and a rise of commotion. Rise up, youth rise, good thoughts, good vibes. One love with my one L.I. Two up, unified peace signs. We take pride, diversify, stand proud, get loud. Gotta get by, why? I got a master plan. Tell the world where you began. Clear roads with no traffic jam. Time to claim your roots, my man. Strong when we all combine. Most of the world's still blind. Bottom line, no time for that. This ought to be the headline. Headline, headline. Highways from a different kind. Two up, unified peace signs. Highways from a different kind. Headline, we shine. Highways from a different kind. Two up, unified peace signs. Highways from a different kind. Embrace new.
All right, so I've been told that the music is delaying also. So what I'm gonna do is probably maybe just break down some of the instruments, and we won't play the song totally, so you guys just won't hear a big dubbed out version of Headline without all the tricks. So this song was really cool to make for a couple of reasons. For one, I heard this horn line kind of in my sleep, and I woke up, played it on the piano, and I sent it to a sax player that I was working with. This was like 2 years ago. and he played it just over like a tempo. So I had the horn line, this line right here. I had that horn line way before I made the beat, and that kind of inspired everything. From there, I had like a pretty simple drum beat that I put under it. It sounded, I guess, around the same type of pattern that you hear in the song, but the drums weren't as hard. I had to kind of wait to hear what Eric put on it before I really decide what to do with the drums. But everything else after that was just, kind of to support the horns. So we have the bass line, which is pretty simple if you listen to it, but it bounces, and it really, I think it really kind of supports what's happening with the horns. Let me see if I can find the bass in here. And the bass line was actually played.
New fears and a rise of commotion. Rise up, youth rise. Good thoughts, good vibes. One love with my one out.
So the bass line was actually, I use Trillion a lot when I'm when I'm just doodling around, and usually what I'll have to do is have a real bass player come in and replay some of the stuff that I played. But this sounded so good, I was like, dude, we gotta just keep it. It might not sound good with a delay though, honestly. But yeah, Trillion by Spectrasonics is pretty sick with the basses. So a lot of times you could do synth bass lines and it sounds like real bass. It depends on the song though. It depends on the textures around the song. And of course Eric does the guitar. He plays guitar on 99% of the Unified Highway songs. Got some nice skanks in here. As you can see, I don't use too much in terms of outboard gear. Sometimes, if Eric has a really cool tone on the pedal, we'll just run it, and then we'll do a dry run. But I like to be able to tweak stuff and kind of just really dig in and really manipulate sounds to get something really cool. So sometimes when it's set in stone, you kind of can't check things out as much as you want. Is Trillion a plugin for bass synth? Yes, it's made by Spectrasonics. So if you look that up, you'll be able to see it. They also have another one called Omnisphere that I use a lot. That's a go-to. What else about this song? Really, this song is the story behind it, because I love this song, and I was hearing Eric when I made it. It took him a while to hear it, but immediately when he heard it, he felt the same vibe I did, and it came together. So I was really happy about that, and I think it was a good song to pop off the album. It has a lot of energy.
Yeah, bottom line, no time for that. This ought to be the headline. Headline, headline. Highways from a different kind. Two up unified peace signs. Highways from a different kind. Headline, we shine. Highways from a different.
Man, the delay is kind of cool, but it's not cool for what I'm doing right now. I like the way it sounds. Anyways, I use a lot of H delay at the end, a lot of tweaking. If you listen to the album and you hear all the crazy dubs that were happening, that's all H delay, and it's all automation, and me just really having some fun with different types of delays and dubs and filters and stuff like that. So you'll hear that on every song. All right. So, any more questions popped up? Let's see here. Yes, huge echo. That is true. But hopefully it gives this reggae podcast some character. All right. So everybody's favorite song from this project seems to be The Truth, which is awesome because that is a very, very tight song. And it was actually the last song that we created. And, it's weird because it kind of was written in a general sense, but I think people have applied it to all kinds of things happening in their lives. And I think that's actually really cool because that's what we want. We want to inspire and cause like a reaction from people. And it seems like a lot of people really took to the song and got something out of it. So I wanted to actually tell you or show you guys where The Truth came from because it definitely did not start out the way that it ended on the album. This is a demo version of it. And you're going to hear some elements that stayed the same and some that didn't. So let me just play the demo.
Don't let them control you. Don't be scared 'cause someone told you. Use your intuition. Fear is a condition. So, do you know the truth? Is it far from what you know is true? Is it hard to let it go? Now you know you've been lied to. Don't let them control you. And don't be scared 'cause someone told you.
All right. So obviously, that was a demo version of The Truth. And, it's one of those things where sometimes when you create stuff, it kind of leads you in directions that you didn't even know were there. Like you have an idea in mind, and then you hit one sound, you hit one vibe, and then all of a sudden, you just want to do something totally different. And that's exactly what happened with this song. First thing that you're probably going to notice is that the verses that Eric is singing are slow.
Don't let them control you. Don't be scared 'cause someone told you.
So Eric actually wrote that song a lot slower, and he had it spaced out. But as I started making the track, I was like, we need way more action in there. So I took his vocals and, you know, made him double time. And that kind of filled up the song. We had to go back and forth on that. But that was one of the major things that really helped the song kind of take off, is getting those vocals like in a better place, so it's more of a verse and it's like more energy there. Nobody else is singing with Eric on that track. That is him doing his normal voice and then a falsetto. And then I also took a layer of vocals and got a little weird with them. You'll also notice that there's no bass kick. So that's a big problem. So I had to add a kick, make some changes, and you'll notice this part too. That part comes at the end. So let's see how this song progressed. All right. So this is the final version of The Truth. This is the last version that was created before the song was mixed. So let's see. Again, I apologize for the delay, but this is what we got to deal with.
You've been lied to. Don't let them control you. Don't be scared 'cause someone told you. Use your intuition.
There's a condition.
So, do you know the truth? Is it from the one you know is true? Is it hard to let it go down? You've been lied to.
So obviously that's more produced from the demo that you just heard, and you also saw how his vocals were pieced together, kind of I would say double time, but I basically made the verse flow quicker, so I just put the verses just closer in, and he actually, he came back and he did a couple more kind of like lines, but overall, I just took the verse that he did in the demo, and I just condensed it. And it turned out to like really just have like a really, really good punch on that one verse. Now, again, when I first started talking about this song, I was talking about how you make something and then it kind of leads you to doing something totally different. And after I actually put this song together, and I added like the stepper parts. So if you guys don't know what I mean by stepper, it's that rhythm where the bass kick kind of just goes 4 on the floor, doom, 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 doom. And especially in reggae music, it kind of just makes everything kind of have this pocket to it. But I added that at the end of The Truth when I thought the track was going to be over. You know, the bass line gets a little bit harder, but I was just like, yo, this song is only like a minute 30, 35, and we need way more of it. Like, it just feels too good. The vibe is there. Like, what can we do to make this track interesting and kind of, you know, still keep people's attention, but still have some meaning and some vibe and some punch? So I was just like, I want to do a live version of the song. And I found this drum, kind of like this live drum track that it's not that it fit the vibe, but the way that the drums hit were just so cool. I was like, this would be awesome just to come in out of nowhere, because you're not expecting it, but the drums have got like this vibe and this feel that could kind of fit this track. So what you hear in The Truth is you hear it kind of just flip up and change all of a sudden. And at first I thought it was a little bit jagged, but it worked. So what you're hearing in there is this live drum beat come in. I basically took a break beat, broke it up, added different parts and a couple of drum rolls. But the biggest thing is I dubbed it out. And, oh yeah, you guys want to know what I mean by H delay. H delay is basically a delay that's made by Waves. Waves is an audio plugin, and it's really, really good because you can really dial in and manipulate the delay. You could do faster ones, slower ones, fast to slow, slow to fast. You can control the output. You can control the filters that come in, and it's all in one little piece. So a lot of people use it. It's definitely a go-to in the reggae electronic scene, so I would definitely check it out. But I kicked in big time with the H delay during this break. So I thought it was really cool to transition to what happens after that. And I also really was just feeling more dubs on the song, but I didn't put them in. But I was feeling like that was just enough. Oh man, you can kind of hear that delay still going in there. All right. So the guitar riff. This one right here in the beginning. I had a question about this. This is Eric, for those who want to know. It's not a sample. Yeah, that is Eric playing that riff, and I stuck it in there, looped it. I sampled it, but yeah. That is not a sample. But the guitar solo that comes in is like all original and not Eric. That is actually Cal. You guys know him as the second guitarist on stage during the Revolution shows. And he is the go-to guy for ripping guitar solos. So they were actually on tour. And Eric was like, I got something I want you to hear. And he had Kyle do a ridiculous guitar solo during this drum part. I just sent this to Eric just for him to listen to. And then he went off and got this crazy guitar solo on it. So I was like, yeah, I like the way you're thinking. But anyways, this is Kyle, killing it. So yeah, you don't hear guitar solos like this in music anymore anyway, so I thought this was kind of refreshing. But the big thing was I kind of took the guitar solo and chopped it up in a few places just to kind of add a little bit of weird touch to it, but also to kind of extend it because I couldn't get enough of it, and he actually, yeah, I wanted him to do it longer. So right here, that's where you hear the guitar stop and come back in because I wanted to extend it the best way I knew how, besides calling Kyle and being like, can you do it again and make it longer? So you hear those delays in there, and that is just a creative way to extend this guitar solo and make it, a little bit longer, so I could just stretch it out some. Also, let me do this. Let me show you guys, for those who are interested, how I did those delays. Let me see how we do this. All right. So this is really big, huh? So again, I use the H delay, and I'm a advocate of tweaking in terms of music, and try to make stuff as different as possible. So in Ableton, you could basically make as many return tracks as you want to in your sessions, and so you can really use that to your advantage because you can basically just custom make your own little side effects channels. So what I did was I made my own little, H delay return so I could tweak it just for the guitar. So you'll notice the automation that will happen on this H delay. I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. So you'll notice how I'm tweaking the feedback, and I'm bringing it back. So I'm doing that just to really make each delay different and just kind of, I don't know, just make it interesting. A lot of people do it differently, and I think that's what makes every producer and engineer different, is that it gives you your own like touch and perspective on how you want that to sound, that part to sound. Still using a delay, but different patterns and that type of thing. Anyways, that is, I guess, the middle part of the truth, and then the ending you heard on the demo, it basically stayed the same. So I used that same little break that was at the end of the demo, put it there, kept that in place, same arrangement, because just thought that that was a weird way to end the track. And Eric did the same thing over that part. Now, again, this is the truth, not mixed. So after we mixed it, the engineer, Chris Thompson, he added a little bit of his touch to it, cleaned it up. So, you know, this isn't exactly how it sounds on Headlines, but this is the last that I had to do with it. Anyways, definitely one of the funnest songs that I've worked on with Unified Highway, and it seems like it really had a lot of punch to it and a lot of a feel that it brought out in people, and that was really good. Eric and I were really happy with how much everybody enjoyed this song. So again, we thank you guys. Thank you guys for the support in general, but just really feeling this song and helping to spread the love, because it's almost up to 1 million streams on Spotify. So that's really good. All right, so let's keep it moving. This next track was a lot of fun to make. You know, again, it was one of those tracks that was created demo first, and then it kind of evolved. So definitely want to play the demo first. Now, this track was pretty interesting because it actually started out in a big group setting. I had the beat, but when I brought it to the studio, there was a lot of people in there. Everybody just kind of added to it. So yeah, it kind of took on its own thing, which was cool. It's kind of like a group effort. So I'll play this demo first, and then I'll do some explaining after that. This is Higher Than High.
Sky high, yeah, you can catch me as a smooth passerby. With the rhythm that I like, swiftly in the night, you might see me fly by. When ready, I got this daily soundtrack with this rhythm in my head. Now I'm moving each step so steady to the rhythm that I like. Man, I'm higher than high.
All right. This delay is killing my presentation of the demo of this song. Because if you didn't know any better, you would think that I was hitting the snare like twice, and that's not how it goes. The tempo of the song and the beat pattern is the same as it was on the album, so please take note of that. But anyways, let's just, we could just look at this in terms of each instrument that I think is interesting and how it's created. So I'll come back to that. Started with basically this drum pattern. And you know, like just a really simple drum pattern, and the skanks actually, which you know, even though very simple, they had a lot of melody in there. So that is what I brought to the studio. All right, so let's talk about who was in the studio. So Eric, this song happened probably in the I would say the beginning of the middle of the album cycle. So we had been recording for a couple of months, and you know, Eric would come out to LA, and I would come up to the Bay, and you know, we would just go back and forth. So we made this song, and we were like, yo, this song has definitely the feel of like, I guess it was kind of folky, but still hitting hard. We were like, this is one of those songs that we could definitely hear Stick Figure on, right? I'm not playing that track, but that is the track that we brought to the studio. And I was excited because this track was heat. Like the guitar was so sick. Eric made the guitar melody, I made up the beat, just smacking. I was like, this is gonna be something that is gonna blow people's minds. Because like for one, on the first album, Scott wasn't on it. We just couldn't hook up. And also, you know, it just sounds sick. So we went to the studio, you know, everybody's on tour, so it took a while. So the whole fact that we were actually able to get everybody in the studio at the same time was tight. So we all planned it out. We go to the studio. Eric and Scott write to the song. We record like 3 or 4 hours. And I was like, oh man, this is tight. I was like, this is gonna be something. But you know, again, I'm just the producer. I'm not the writer. I'm not the the singers. So I guess I was feeling it more than everybody else because at the end of the 4 hours, it's kind of like, oh yeah, this is tight. Yeah, this is cool. And it went from like, I don't know. So we work on the song for 4 hours I'm hype about. And by the end of the session, it was just like, it started out cool, it's not the best. So everybody's just sitting there, just talking. You know, it's still good vibes. And I just started going through some more beats. And I put on the demo version of Higher Than High. And all of a sudden, everybody just starts knocking their head like, oh man, yeah. So it was me, Eric, Scott, and Mr. Johnny Cosmic. So we just started digging in. So Scott gets on the drums. He adds just all kinds of just crazy stuff. We're like hooking up some of the snares, the pedals, and just so much is in this demo. So I think this is all coming from the electric drum set, right? Just doing just random fills during the song. Then we lay down a live pad. So he lays down some hats. But this is when it gets crazy. We hooked up some kind of delay to, I guess it was a snare. Oh yeah, we hooked up a flanger actually in a chorus. So. And I started like just tweaking the filter and the amp. And honestly, I could use this stuff for another song. Like, there was just so many cool tones that were created just from the drums. Johnny comes in and he starts putting like this crazy, just melodic riff over with the bass line. So he puts in a bass line, and then he comes and adds probably one of my most favorite guitar riffs that I've heard like over a unified track. Let's see if I can find it in here. But basically, I mean, we were just vibing, and I think that's when you know you're doing the right thing. It's just kind of like when you are just creating stuff, and it just gets better and better and better.
Yeah, unified, through the vapor and the cloud sky high. Yeah, you can catch me as a smooth passerby. Move around with the rhythm that I like. Swiftly in the night, you might see me fly by. And yes, I move when ready. I got this daily soundtrack with this rhythm in my head. Now I'm moving each step so steady.
And then
the rhythm that I like.
I have a hard time locating some of these phones. But the coolest thing was the last thing that was laid on it was the hook. That Eric was like, "Yo, turn on the mic," and then he just
vapor in the cloud sky high.
sang that.
Catch me as a smooth passerby. I move around with the rhythm that I like. Swiftly in the night, you might see me fly by. And yes, I move when ready. I got this daily soundtrack of this rhythm in my head. Now I'm moving each step so steady to the rhythm that I like. Man, I'm higher than high.
One take, did a couple of layers. Actually, Johnny came in and did a couple of just harmonies. And yeah, I left the studio more happy than I would have been if we just would have left with the first track. So again, this is the universe just coming together and really doing something cool. Yeah. So this is a line that Johnny Cosmic kind of made up as we were vibing. But anyways, this is definitely a jam-packed demo. So I had to sit on the song a while to put it together because it really it took a while to really find the right combinations of everything to make it into what it is. So this is Higher Than High now. And the song wasn't necessarily too hard to put together, but it was a challenge because there was just so many tight parts of it.
Through the vapor and the cloud sky high. Yeah, you can catch me as a smooth passerby. I move around with the rhythm that I like. Swiftly in the night, you don't see me fly by. And yes, I move when ready. I got this daily soundtrack of this rhythm in my head. Now I'm moving each step so steady to the rhythm that I like. Man, I'm higher than high.
Higher than the clouds, privately no crowds. Down low where I'm moving slow.
All right. Man, I wish we did not have this crazy delay. I'm pretty sure this is affecting you guys seeing this. But anyways, so the difference between the demo and this is, the drums are enhanced. I had to make the drums harder because the music was just sounding really good and we wanted the song to hit. But once we had the structure, it was no verses. It was just the tight hook and the tight music. So we were like, definitely we need like some hard MCs on this track. And it was kind of hard at first, but like I think everything kind of happened for a reason. I think sometimes you do things through trial and error, but it ends up just being what it's supposed to be. So I was like, we gotta get Dell on it. I've done the Gate 13 album with Dell, and he's a homie, and I knew that he would really just dig the song because it was just kind of weird but still hitting. So we got Dell on it. we tried to get some other singers after that, and they kind of didn't work out. And then Eric was like, "Yo, my man Cream from the Rise Roots is really hot." I was like, "Yes," because I liked them a lot. So we shot on the track. We got Rise Roots on it, and that was it. Didn't need anything else. So we got the MCs on it. I did as much production as possible. I gave the track back to Johnny Cosmic, and he added some of his touch on it. We kind of, ended up pretty much just producing this together. And yeah, this is what we got. So Higher Than High was definitely probably one of the funnest tracks that I think on this album. Oh, we did.
Rhythm that I like, man, I'm higher than high.
One mic, one stage, one show to one show. Tonight we range, no time to no time. Are you ready for some more hardcore? Let me know, cause there's about to get rid. Because the groove is funky and the room is jumping. You know we give it to you all night, all night. And the bass is bumping, got the body stumping. You know we got you feeling alright. We get you high, 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 high. Put your lighters in the air now, to the sky, high, 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 high. Cause we're blazing everywhere now. So please don't bother me. As I'm flying through the trees, got my ladies and my keys, and we're riding this breeze.
Feel like I'm invincible.
All right. And then we have this cool little bridge that comes in, and
I'm floating weightless.
that kind of came at the last minute because we just needed to change up. All right, so that is Higher Than High. Definitely a nice little jam. All right. So this next song, I actually was ecstatic when I first heard it. It didn't take too much time to create, but Small Talk. So I would say Small Talk was probably the first song where we were like, oh man, we're really making an album right now. We had made a couple songs before Small Talk, but this song just came together just really thick and like really completed really fast. And I think this kind of sparked things off in terms of like we're ready to like actually professionally do an album and not just be doing like vibe stuff. So I wanted to play the demo version of Small Talk. It kind of sounds basically the same as the one that you hear on the album, but this is kind of stripped down some more. This delay is killing me, guys. But I think you guys get the point. So I basically made the drum beat, and I had some melody, and the melody was sounding really smooth and soulful. So I could play the keys and that type of thing, but I'm not like really seasoned. So I wanted to give it to a keyboard player that really knew how to play. And Eric Herschel, who's the sax player in Revolution, doesn't live that far from me. And I was like, he would love this song. So they happened to be having a downtime from Revolution tour. And I was like, yo, let me come through. I want you to hear the song. I think you might be able to add some cool stuff to it. So I brought him the track without the bass line, and he just added this killer bass line to it. And that really brought in the funk. All right, so again, you guys are getting some delay, but really good synth bass, really funky. And I was like, yeah, this is like gonna be basically the, it's gonna be like the vibe bed for this song because the bass line was just so heavy. Anyways, the killer thing was, after we did this demo, I sent it to Eric, and literally, I think like 30 minutes, he sends me the hook.
I'm not the one to talk to shy. I don't wanna follow rules of any kind. I can't deal with the small talk. The small talk. The small talk. I'm not the one to talk to shy. And if I feel it, I will say what's on my mind. And I can't deal with the small talk. The small talk. The small talk.
I heard that hook, and I literally had to hold myself back from crying. Like, Eric just like laced that hook so clean. Even like, yeah, I immediately sent it to a couple people. I even sent it. I was working with this R&B writer that totally not a reggae dude at all. I was just like, dude, listen to this. Tell me what you think. And he was like, dude, this is hot. And that's why I knew I was like, well, we got something here. So Eric just felt it, and like immediately I was like, this is going to be something really hot. So I was really happy that came together so fast. You got a good demo, a good hook. After that, like it just comes easy. Oh man. Thank you, Caleb Grayson. Yeah, this delay, I might actually even have to do this again because this delay is just, it's just blowing my mind. Happens on the day of the stream. Before that, it was all good. Anyways, let's listen to the final version. So this is Small Talk with all the garnishes and all that stuff on it. And again, I didn't add too much, but I added enough to kind of like juice it up and make it different. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, so if you guys know the song, you know how the tempo is supposed to go, so it's delayed. You can look through that. But what you heard was the finished version of Small Talk. I added this little intro because I thought that this song was a perfect view of like being at a party or being in a setting where you kind of just want to be alone, but you don't want to be alone, but you just really want to be around good people. And I thought that putting this in the beginning to make you feel like you're just there, feeling it, you know, and seeing what we're seeing. I mean, if you guys have listened to my past works with the solo amp live stuff or with Zion I, you know that I like to add like a lot of just crazy different stuff to songs and interludes and stuff. So I thought that would fit on this. I juiced up the drums a little bit. Added like a piano just to like really enforce the melody. The cool thing is though, we kind of tweaked Eric's vocals a little bit.
Not the one to talk too shy. And if I feel it, I will say what's on my mind.
Because you're like, oh yeah, that is Eric, but it sounds a little low. And what we ended up doing is changing the key of the song. Then I pitched his vocals down, just so it sounded a little weird. And it came out cool. So we have this weird hook.
Not the one to talk too shy.
With actual vocals over it.
Not the one to talk too shy.
So if you hear a female in here, it's because there is one. Sophia Scott. So she sung on Never the Same off the first album. She did a couple of backing vocals on this album and just kind of really laced it up. So you hear her in there too.
Not the one to talk too shy. And if I feel it, I will say what's on my mind. I can deal with the small talk.
So it turned out really cool, really smooth, and I don't know. I really like the way the song turned out. I like the vibe that it set, and really happy that it kind of turned out to be what it was. Seems like a lot of people liked it too. All right, so I'm gonna do one more because this delay is killing me. Maybe we could come back and do some more unified songs from the first album when we get all this technical stuff fixed. So I want to talk about this next track and want to kind of give you the backstory because this is kind of another situation that was similar to Headline. It was a track that I made just way back before it actually ended up getting finished. And I thought it was hot, but it took a while to convince everybody. So I did this demo beat, and Eric actually helped create it, but we kind of just sat on it. And I had to really produce it to kind of get him inspired to write a verse to it. So let me play the demo. So the song I'm about to play is Unique. And that was actually our first single off of the Headlines album. And, well, actually, it was the second single, but it was like the first official one with the video. So this is the demo. So sounds really simple, right? What you're hearing is basically melody, drums, and yeah, that's it. A couple of synths. It's the synth. The drums. Bass, just a little arpeggiator. So we ended up vibing, making this. Eric added some guitars and stuff that I didn't end up keeping them. So I had to develop the track a little bit more, and really pull a song out of this demo, because the music was tight, and I was like, this is definitely gonna stick. But it just took a while to really hammer in the sound I was gonna go for. So this is what it ended up turning into. And I'll play the track before I go over exactly how some of these parts came to be what they are. This is the meat of Unique.
Beautiful and different, you're unique. Perfect imperfections. This song is special, you're unique. It makes you shine. Beautiful and different.
So I changed the beat pattern up, kept the same music. That was enough to kind of get Eric hooked. And then he came with the hook first. Ended up writing this killer verse.
What's better than being yourself? Well, the answer is nothing. Why fit in when you weren't born to?
So this song conceptually and subject-wise came together really fast. And that was tight. But it was really short. And I was like, dude, we need an MC on here. And we really haven't worked with that many female MCs. So immediately I thought of the homie Reverie. I had just met her probably like a year ago and done a couple of songs, and it was just really good vibes. She's hot, good flows, like really just up and coming. And I was like, we need to get her on a song, like it's just perfect. And that's the only person I actually hear on it. So it took a while, but finally she bit, got a verse on it, and it was just super solid sounding. I was like, we got ourselves a song. But then I was like, it still needs a little something. I mean, this song kind of just hits you so straightforward. Like, I kind of hear something that's opposite of what's happening in the song. In other words, the beat's hitting hard. You got a cool melody. We need something that's sweet and kind of, like kind of anti what's about to happen. So I was like, we need to maybe bring in like some crazy string part in the beginning. So I hit up a composer that I knew. I was like, man, can you write like some kind of melodic composition that leads up to the song? Same melody, but we want it to kind of like sound like you're entering into like a play almost. And he sat down and wrote the string part. This is M. Kareem. Let's see if we get it here. I'll stop. So all this is something he created.
Beautiful and different, you're unique.
There we go. That put the nail in the coffin. So after that, I was like, this is it. This is like the song for the album. This really is just it's a masterpiece. I really was happy with the way it turned out. And then of course,
One in a lifetime,
Monster on these beats like a free and bouncy in these streets. Gotta take.
having Reverie on it just like made it super complete and big. So I know I have more songs I could go over, but we did like a cool little chunk. This delay is kind of killing it a little bit, but I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation and kind of like me doing the best I could do in festival mode. Maybe come back and do some more, actually. Have these sound issues fixed. Anyways, this is Amp Live from Unified Highway, breaking down headlines, reconstruction. Hope you guys have a good night. Peace.